Turn my mic off.
Well, even if they're signed up, they wouldn't have gotten a warning last night because. Did you?
Yeah, I got 8.
I didn't. Isn't that weird? Oh well.
Ready? That's what woke me up.
Good evening, everyone. It's 6 o'clock and time to call to order this March 3rd, 2020 meeting of the Gallatin City Council. We're going to begin this meeting like we begin each of our meetings with the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. And this evening, Councilman Alexander is going to be doing our pledge and our invocation. So if we will stand with him, please.
Let your heart pray. Gracious Father, once again, we come with thanksgiving in our heart. We pray, oh God, for all the family that has been devastated by the storm. We just pray, oh God, that you will make a way for them out of no way like you've done in the days of old. Now, Lord, we just pray that thou will be in the midst of this meeting and let everything we say and do be pleasing in your sight. In Jesus' name we do pray, and every heart say.
Amen.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Kitchell, if you would call the roll for us, please.
Vice Mayor Camp is absent. Councilman Alexander.
Present.
Councilman Fan.
Here.
Councilman Fennell.
Here.
Councilman Hayes.
Present.
Miss Love is absent, and Councilman Overton.
Present.
Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Ms. Kitchell. We have no minutes provided this evening, so we're going to move on to public recognition on agenda-related items. This is the time of the meeting when anyone who's here may address anything that is on the night's agenda. There is a time at the end of the meeting where you can address items that are not on the agenda. But right now, public recognition on agenda-related items is now open, and you may come forward. Okay, I see no one indicating that they wish to speak, so I'll declare public recognition on agenda-related items closed. Moving now to Mayor's comments. First, I do want to say that I know that all of our thoughts and prayers are with the many, many victims who are in our neighbors, or who are our neighbors. I think you've probably all heard by now that Putnam County, Wilson County, and of course Davidson County have all suffered a tremendous amount of loss. Certainly Gallatin's been there in the past, and I really want to thank our departments who I started getting texts from about 1 a.m. this morning because they were already deploying to help our neighbors in need. So I know police and fire and public works and codes, and I'm sure all the others too as they're needed. Actually got an email from the city manager in Mount Juliet late this afternoon saying he had met to a few of our officers over there and how professional and kind and caring they were and how he appreciated the support. And I have reached out to those mayors as well just to let them know that we'll do whatever we can. So department heads, please pass on to your staffs how much they are appreciated in our communities. And I know that to our residents, thoughts, prayers, an opportunity to volunteer is going to exist for quite some time. And there's I know that Mount Juliet has a portal where you can sign up to volunteer. Hands on Nashville is doing some sign-ups for volunteers. And then there'll be just some individual calls on social media and the like. So do look out for those and volunteer. Certainly I can remember in 2006 and 2008 where we had thousands of volunteers in our community, and it made a difference in our cleanup, and we want to be able to help with our neighboring communities, and I know that we will. I know that we will. Someone said on social media this afternoon, I thought it was very, very touching, and it was a picture of East Nashville and just the hundreds of volunteers that were out there helping clean up. And he said, people wonder why everybody wants to move to Nashville. And they were really being helpful. So, also want to mention, and this is a reminder from our IT director, that citizens can sign up for Code Red alerts. It's on our city website. If you sign up for Code Red, you will be notified in the event of a weather emergency. Certainly, there are other applications that you can use, particularly from our area media, and I suggest signing up for a couple of different alerts because then you have some backup there. So did want to remind you about Code Red, and then I do have a few events that I just want to mention. There are several this week. I think this is the most charitable week of the year in Gallatin. We started last night with an event for Habitat for Humanity. Budget meetings are actually going to start tomorrow, continue through the rest of the week. That's not the charitable piece that I'm talking about. The Gallatin Shalom Zone is having their tribute dinner. CASA is having their fundraiser. The United Way of Sumner County is having theirs. I think that's actually a sold-out event. And then the Green and Gold Green and Gold Gala benefiting Gallatin High School is also this weekend. I want to mention that Chuck Stewart's birthday is on Friday. And this weekend is the Sumner County Irish Festival at Bledsoe's Fort Historical Park. So there's lots of things happening. And then I guess next Wednesday, before we are public again, is Councilman Phan's birthday. So 2 birthdays. And that would be all of my comments, and move us now into the regular agenda. And the first item on the regular agenda this evening is public hearing on ordinance 02002-9, and for that, Councilman Alexander is recognized.
Yes, this is a public hearing on orders to vacate right-of-way on Randolph Circle located at Virtue Trace subdivision. Public hearing. Anyone like to have anything to say on that?
It's a public hearing. If you'd like to speak, you may come forward at this time. See no one indicating that they wish to speak, so I'll declare public hearing on ordinance 02002-9 closed. Item number 2 is second reading on ordinance 02002-8. Vice Mayor Camp is not here this evening, so I'll ask Councilman Fennell, can you take that, please?
Thank you, Mayor. This is an ordinance appropriating $500,000 state grant for Miracle Park and field facility. I so move.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilman Fennell, a second by Councilman Hayes. Is there any discussion? Okay, this is second reading on ordinance 02002-8. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. It does pass unanimously. Item 3 is second reading on ordinance 02002-12. Councilman Overton.
Thank you, Mayor. This is ordinance appropriating funds for installation of traffic calming measures on Belvedere and Peninsula in the amount of $23,500, and I so move.
Second.
Okay, motion by Councilman Overton, second by Councilman Alexander. Any discussion? Okay, this is second reading on ordinance 02002-12. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. Does pass unanimously. Item 4 is first reading on ordinance 02002-11. Councilman Phan.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the first reading ordinance appropriating $192,621 for a State of Tennessee Economic Development Site Development Grant. I also move.
Motion by Councilman Phan, second by Councilman Overton. Any discussion? This is first reading on ordinance 02002-11. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. Passes unanimously. Item 5 is first reading on ordinance 02002-13. Councilman Fennell.
This is the ordinance appropriating $7,557 for near map aerial imagery. I so move.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fennell, second by Councilman Alexander. Any discussion? Okay, this is first reading on ordinance 02002-13. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Does pass unanimously. Item 6 is resolution R2002-15. Councilman Hayes.
Yeah, this resolution reassigning gas line permitting and inspection from Public Utilities to Building Codes Department. Motion to approve.
Motion by Councilman Hayes, second by Councilman Overton.
And Mr.
Yes,
Stewart would like to
and-
say something on
And
this.
Mr. Stewart
so-
has some codes fees information to pass on.
I'd like to apologize to you. I omitted sending the ordinance down to amend the fee schedule to include gas line fees. We worked the numbers up. They're very close to the plumbing numbers at 8 cents a square foot for residential and 10 cents a square foot for commercial piping. And I'd like you to consider moving that on for its first reading so we can have it in place for April the 1st, our go live date.
Motion to move the fees forward.
Is it your plan to attach it to this ordinance?
Yes,
Or
I
for
would
it to
like
be
to
a
attach
separate
this-
ordinance?
Well, moving the piping to
okay.
resolution, I need to introduce an ordinance on the fee schedule. Our fee
Okay.
schedule is ordinance in.
Okay, you're right.
So we don't need to make an amendment or anything, do we?
Mm-mm. No, you can't amend it because that's a resolution.
Okay.
Make a motion, we move ordinance 02003-14.
It's already been, we've already got a motion.
What now? Oh, he's put a number on it.
Well,
Oh, I don't have this, thank you, thank you.
oh, it is a different ordinance.
Yeah, well, it's an ordinance versus resolution, so, let's go ahead and vote on the resolution,
Okay.
and then we can talk about the ordinance.
Okay.
Sound good? Okay, so I have a motion and a second on the resolution, which is R2002-15. All in favor can say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no.
And I'll second the motion that Jimmy made on the ordinance number.
Okay.
First, we need to move to suspend the
Suspend the rules.
rules because it was not brought up at a work session. So you need to move to suspend the rules to allow this to come on the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion to suspend the rules to allow the consideration of ordinance 02003-14 by Councilman Overton. Motion by you, second by Councilman Hayes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. It is approved to consider. That moves us now to ordinance 02003-14. Did you want to re-enter your motion on that?
Motion by Jimmy and second
Second,
by me.
motion by Councilman Overton, second by Councilman Hayes, and that opens it up for discussion. Mr. Stewart, how do these compare to what folks are paying now? I mean,
It's
just-
going, these will be a little more than what Public Utilities charges. Public Utilities sells the gas to the line also. We do the inspections. So, it's gonna be a little more. We've reached out to over 250 contractors who do gas piping, and they will be here on the 18th of March for a class downstairs to what we do, and we've told them that the fee schedule is gonna change, and they've been no opposition to this time.
So does second reading fall after that meeting on the 18th?
Yes, it will.
Okay. So would you,
Chuck, you're doing this, it speeds the process up because your guys are already there in place and
well, they wanted to start at
That's
April
correct.
1?
April 1st.
Yeah.
coming first. That helps us and helps everybody, right?
David's like jumping up and down.
It doesn't, it actually doesn't fall after that, because the meeting is on Wednesday, the 18th, and our next council meeting is on Tuesday, the 17th. I think it would be good for them to be able to review the fees, which would,
Well, we can always put the second reading off. I mean, we need to.
Right, whatever,
Yeah.
it's my mistake because I didn't get this in in time, so.
As long as we get the first reading in, we can always put the second reading off till after the meeting.
but he needs to institute the fees to begin the inspections is the problem.
Oh, that's right, it's going in for effect April 1.
April 1's when it goes into effect.
Could you notify those contractors who are coming to that meeting with the fee schedule and
Yeah.
let them know that we are planning to vote on it on the 17th?
I will be happy to do that.
Thank
Like I said, we've spoken to a lot of them. We have the same ones who come over and over and over, so.
Well, I just think it would be good to let them know that before we vote on it, especially since we're kind of moving fast on it.
Some of them are plumbers, some of them are mechanical heat and air guys that do that. So they buy the plumbing permits and mechanical permits from us, so.
Okay. I'm good with that. Are you all ready to vote? Any further
Yep.
questions, discussion? Okay, this is ordinance 02003-14. All in favor, please say aye. Opposed, please say no. It does pass unanimously, and we'll move to
Thank
second
you.
reading. Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Item number 7 is Resolution R2002-16. Councilman Alexander, would you take that for me, please?
This is a resolution accepting public improvement, I'm sorry. This is a resolution accepting public improvement by the city of Gallatin, Tennessee, Oak Hill, Phase 2, and I so move.
Motion by Councilman Alexander,
Second.
second by Councilman Overton. Any discussion? This is Resolution R2002-16. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Does pass unanimously. Item number 8 is our continued discussion on urban growth boundaries, and for that, I will.
Motion to defer till our next committee meeting.
Second.
All right. I wish,
We got a first, second.
I'm aware that you did. Mr. McCord, I apologize. I know that you've worked really hard getting stuff
No,
together.
he's all for it.
Oh, he's okay with it?
Yeah.
All right.
He's all for it.
Have first and second to defer to the next work session. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is deferred to the next work session. Concludes the regular agenda, brings us to other business. And I have just one item, which is an application to close the street. It's actually closing the parking lot. This is for the Gallatin Chamber Foundation. As you'll recall, they're moving the start and finish line for the Shamrock Run to the Gallatin City Hall parking lot. And so this is for the event on the 14th, and it applies to closures on the 13th and 14th. So it says the race starts at City Hall parking lot. The parking lot between City Hall and the Chamber, which is this upper part, will need to be closed for setup from 5 p.m. until 10:30 a.m. The entire parking lot will be closed from 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. on Saturday only. And the other roads will be as they have been pretty much in the past. But just for your information, it's Main Street from Hartsville Pike to Locust, Locust from Main Street to Franklin, Franklin from Locust to Boyers, Craft from Main to Hartsville Pike, Main from Main to Craft, Water from Franklin to Main, Gallatin Public Square from Water to Main. And we have signatures of the businesses that are affected by the parking lot being closed. We have not required them in the past for the street closures because they're aware of that happening each year. So, thank you. Motion by Councilman Overton, second by Councilman Fennell. All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Just approved unanimously. And if there's any other business from anyone on the council? No one? Any other business? Okay, I'll move to public recognition on non-agenda related items. You may come forward at this time if you'd like to address something that's not on this evening's agenda. Must introduce yourself. Keep your comments to 5 minutes, please.
Good evening, City Council. It's Mr. Patrick Reyners again, and I'm of 317 Malone Drive. And I just enjoyed a lovely trip to California. And I really felt what a state does to protect their citizens. I saw a state that was concerned about their citizens. And then I look back at my city, and I try to think about all the way to try to help their citizens. And I know there's some great people on this council. And I know there's a lot of more great people that live in our city. But the problem is, the city can't be put before the citizens. The citizens come first because the citizens are the city. They pay their taxes, okay? They vote for the city council. So every citizen that is in the city is responsible for y'all sitting here. And y'all poison them with fluoride. You can't, after 2 years, give me one dentist that would prescribe fluoride to put in someone's bathtub. But y'all do it. And I asked you about it 4 months ago. Mayor Brown, she opened up and said, why would you want to do that? Exactly. So now, if everyone would Google the water and food protection people versus the EPA, they have won summary judgment in California against the EPA for the neurotoxin that you guys spend almost $30,000 a year, 74 pounds, which every month goes right out into the river. You can't put it in the river. You can't put it in the skies. But yet, you guys see no problem, and I understand that education might be a problem with it. I'm not saying it's malice. But ignorance is not an excuse. You guys are voted by these people to protect these people. You guys are here. You, and you are here to protect these people. And I expect you to do it. If not, you will be held accountable. Legally, not criminally. You already know I'm not a criminal. But you will be held accountable. Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to speak this evening? All right, with that, I'll entertain another motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion and a second. All in favor of adjourning, please say aye. We are adjourned. Everybody have a lovely evening.
Yes, sir.
20 minutes.
I'm shaking.
Huh? What?
You know they're not gonna keep the maps.
Keep your map. All right. Got it, got it. Hey, Paige. He did want to. Because you told me to go sit down. It was getting 6 o'clock. That's
We're not
I was talking to her about that.
You were not.
And I was like, I was. Well, I mean, it didn't catch you off guard. It just kept the meeting short. Now you can go spend a little more time with Adam.